most recent edition of Detroit Homecoming wrapped up last weekend, and I think this is really fascinating as Motown and Cranes Detroit works to try to keep this connection going between those who've left the city, keep them connected with the things that are happening in the Motor City. Let's bring in Tess Mateo, Managing Director of CX Catalyst, which develops public-private partnerships and things like clean energy and infrastructure and much more. Now lives in New York, but has attended all 8 years of Detroit Homecoming. And current Detroiter, Nicholas Rambis, is co-founder and CEO of Hush, which is a service dedicated to helping families control their financial security. Tess, let me start with you. As someone who has been to every one of these events, obviously these have struck a chord for you that you keep coming back, but characterize this year's edition for me.
Well, post-COVID, it was really, we weren't sure how everyone was going to come back because it was virtual last year. And it was really exciting. And it was I think the programming was a little bit more special than the last one because, one, we knew it's going to be a hybrid mix, but because we also were looking to do more on a social justice programming, and the programming is excellent every year. We had a fantastic tour by one of the historians, forgot his name, of the history of Black culture. As well as we had the electricity, which was an amazing exhibit. And
that's an extraordinary thing. Nicholas, I suppose there were worries that COVID might really knock this thing off its tracks a little bit, and kind of the year that we had to go completely virtual might really change it for the future. How did you feel about this year's edition?
It was fantastic. Of course, there were mitigations in place, but the attendance was there, the energy was there. Love to see the vibrance, right? That's still here. A lot of entrepreneurs who are envision building new businesses or investing in others. So, frankly, other than a little bit on the attendance, no difference, right? Lots of excitement about what's coming from Detroit.
Nicholas, that's actually really what I think. What I think this hopes to create is investment of all kinds. Psychic, investment, keeping people connected to their hometown, but real investment too. Is it successful in that way?
It has been. There are hundreds of millions of dollars that have come over the years from investments coming out of Homecoming. Even that, before this took place, there was this huge bump in venture capital investment into Michigan. It's now the #1 state, fastest growing for VC investment. And I think you see that kind of energy, you see that activity, and you see a lot more entrepreneurs. So the money's coming, right? There's $3 billion alone in funds that are looking to invest in Michigan. We'll see more of that.
That is exciting. Tess, tell me a little bit about why for 8 years you've felt the need to come back and be a part of it.
Well, there's different parts of investment, as he just mentioned. So at the first, I bought a couple dozen properties and then started developing those. And then what happened was I got roped into the culture aspect of it. And so then I sit on several boards in New York City and brought some of those organizations to Detroit. And I just think that the transformation and the reinvention is, and very excited to hear what Ford's doing on the whole mobility side. That each year you find new ways to invest and bring in new partners. And I just think it's, as he said, it's just extremely exciting right now.
Tess, it's funny. Everybody feels great. Most people feel really strongly about their hometown, and I suppose when two people meet and they find that they're both from Denver, that's a. But there's something it's always struck me, and I can say this as someone who's not a native Detroiter. Something's always struck me though about Detroiters and the way that they feel about their hometown and the way that they connect with other Detroiters.
Absolutely. I mean, I work in about 50 countries. I'm out of the country, so COVID really hit me bad.
Sure.
I'm actually going to Europe this week. And I have to tell you, wherever I go and I say I'm from Detroit, everybody wants to talk about Detroit. So it is a very exciting place.
Nicholas, I imagine you feel the same way, and you see it when people come back for this event.
Very much. Look, I think Detroiters are industrious by nature. I would like to build things. And so when you get people like that in a room together who are thinking about investment and thinking about business, it's, what can we build next? And when are you coming back, right? Are you going to move? You're coming home. And so, look, I myself, 2 weeks ago, moved back to Detroit for exactly that reason.
Expand on that for me a little bit. What is it that you feel like is the driving energy in the city right now?
Well, first of all, there's great talent, right? You've got to have fantastic people to build an organization. And we've got that here in Detroit, whether it's technical talent, whether it's investors. And so we love seeing that. That energy's there, the downtown core is there. And for my particular business, there's been a lot of investment around cybersecurity. And so for us, that community, that ecosystem is critical. Firms like Duo that was acquired by Cisco, for example, in Ann Arbor, we love to see that. And so we want to be part of that same story.
I use Duo every day, that many times a day, so that's worked. That's been quite a success story. Tess, as you've been coming back now for 8 years, you have watched a lot of what people have seen as marked progress here. It got obviously waylaid a little bit by the pandemic, but where do you feel? How's your sense of what's happening in Detroit right now and sort of where the curve is headed?
I think that's what's so helpful about an organization or an event like Detroit Homecoming, because, I'm only in town 3 times a year at most.
Yeah.
And so to have that facilitation of them informing us of what to get involved in. And like this past one, years before, I was working with Tanya Allen and the Stillman Foundation and bringing the American Composers Orchestra to Detroit schools. This year, I'm going to be working with Boys and Girls Club, who were highlighted on the last day of the homecoming. And we're going to bring reuse materials for that 13-year-old entrepreneurs in Detroit, and that's I'm really excited about that potential partnership.
That's a thrilling one. It is. Thank you both so much for the time today. I'm so glad you were both a part of it again, and we'll look forward to next year's edition. Thanks, gang.
Thank you.
And that's going to do it for us. Meet the Press coming up next, right after Mitch Albom's Heart of Detroit. Have a great week. We'll see you next time on Flashpoint.